I was hit with a strong smell, smoke, sweat, and blood. I stood there, looking at the empty field where the Koro tribe used to live. Now, it was just a pile of ashes and silence. The good land that was once full of life had become a graveyard. This is the story of how two tribes, the Koro and the Zala, fought and destroyed each other over a piece of land that promised riches but only brought death. It all began a year ago when a young boy from the Koro tribe stumbled upon something shiny while herding goats near the river. His name was Tunde, and he was only 10 years old. He dug it up, a strange glittering rock. He brought it back to the village and the elders gasped. It was gold. The land near the river was filled with it. At first, the Koro elders tried to keep the discovery a secret. They knew that such wealth could bring trouble, but secrets have a way of slipping out. A trader from the Zala tribe, who often visited the Koro village, noticed the excitement in the air. He saw the gold and spread the news when he returned home. The Zala tribe, who lived just beyond the hills, were not as wealthy as the Koro. Their land was dry, and they struggled to grow crops. When they heard about the gold, they saw it as a chance to change their fortunes. The elders sent a message to the Koro asking to share the land. The Koro refused. They argued that since their boy found the gold, the land belonged to them. The Zala countered that the river marked the border and the gold was on their side. Arguments turned to threats and threats turned to violence. It started with a fight between two men, a Koro hunter named Jide and a Zala farmer named Ojo. Jide accused Ojo of crossing the river to steal gold. Ojo denied it, but Jide didn't believe him. They fought and Ojo was killed. The Zala tribe demanded justice, but the Koro refused to hand over Jide. That was the spark. The Zala attacked at dawn. They came with spears, bows, and fire. The Koro were unprepared, but they fought fiercely. The battle lasted for hours. Men, women, and even children were caught in the chaos. I remember the screams, the cries for help, the sound of bodies hitting the ground. By the end of the day, the river ran red with blood. The Koro managed to push the Zala back, but the cost was high. Dozens from both tribes lay dead. For months, the Koro celebrated their victory. They mined the gold, built stronger walls, and prepared for another attack. But the Zala were not done. They bided their time, nursing their wounds and their hatred. They knew the Koro would grow complacent, and they were right. But that's where I'll stop for now. The story doesn't end here. The Zala had a plan, and it was far more brutal than anyone could have imagined. If you want to know how this tragic tale ends, let me know in the comments and follow me for part 2.